Good morning. Good morning. Hey guys, how are you guys doing today? I hope that this finds you well whenever you're watching this, wherever you're watching this. I hope that this finds you well. I wanted to do another impromptu video. What? The second day in a row. What? What? Okay, yo, I'm being extra. I'm just proud of myself. But anyway, I wanted to title today's video The First Fruit. The First Fruit. And I wanted to kind of put something on your brain for a moment. This morning when I got up and I'm just laying there just trying to, get myself going. And the first thing normally that I do is turn on the TV so I can get the weather report and all the things, right? Now, sometimes I find myself watching the market channel, like to see what's going on in the economy and stuff like that. Just so I just won't be watching just like regular standard news after I get the weather report. But you know, even the market channel is kind of low key ratchet because all of it is tied into, our number one hit drama that's going on in DC right now in the White House. But anyway, I digress. However, I ended up going back to when I turned it from the market channel, I ended up going back to the regular news, right? Y'all, when I tell you when they were reporting on the news, I just realized like I started feeling certain feelings, certain emotions like anger and being upset and sadness and all this kind of stuff. And it took me back to why I got off the book so many years ago and just only had a business account. It took me back to that because I remember I would pick up my phone and I would scroll and it would literally be like, I'm happy, I'm sad, I'm mad, I'm angry, I'm envious, or I'm jealous because I see a post that, this person have a life that I would like to have, or, now I'm sad because this person is mourning someone, or, whatever. And it was just like, it was so schizophrenic in nature to the point where I'm just like, you know what, I can't do this because I know that I'm sensitive and I don't need to be absorbing everybody else's problems and emotions and other people's ideologies and other people's daily goings on, right? And so for that reason, I pulled back and got off the book completely. Um, and really, I dialed back from a lot of social media completely because of that also. But tying that into the news and grabbing my remote and looking at the TV, watching the regular news, and then leaving the regular news and going over to the market channel and looking at the economy and XYZ element of P. So I was like, you know what? I felt this feeling before. I cannot do this. The first thing in the morning, I cannot. The battle for your attention is a war zone. I ended up turning that off and I just I went over to YouTube and I put on some worship and some worship instrumental, and I just enjoyed my quiet time, my peace time with me, my puppy, and the good Lord, okay? I was just like, you know what? I'm not doing this because the more you look at the news, the more you watch that stuff, it gets down in your spirit and it affects your day, it affects your mind, it affects your emotions, all of the things, right? And I remember doing a video a while back saying that, when you watch the news long enough, you will be forced to pick a side. And for that reason, I had stopped watching it because I didn't want to pick a side. You know what I mean? Because if I have to be honest, the very people that they're trying to pit you against you have more in common with them than you could even like imagine, right? And usually the person who is telling you, "Hey, that's your enemy," that's 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 the crap starter, right? That's yeah, that's the culprit. That is the problem. If a person is telling you, "Hey, that's your enemy," yeah, they the shit starter. So with that being said, I just realized sometimes the first fruit is the most important fruit. Your first investment is the most important investment. Where you invest when you first get up in the morning. Let your first fruit not be dead fruit, right? Let your first fruit of your day not be bad fruit, right? Anything that's going to get you angry, anything that's going to get you upset, anything that's going to get you mad, anything that's going to get you sad. Just try to be mindful of what you are putting in your spirit the first part of your day, in the morning, like, you know what I mean? And normally I would journal or do something very intentional. I'm not a morning person. And so I just be clinging on to dear life early in the morning. So if I have to have a little noise to get me going, I have to do that because I'm I'm I have committed and I'm obligated to be somewhere at a certain time, right? So for me, yeah, getting up journaling early in the morning, I should do that, but yeah, I got to have something that's going to get me moving in the morning. And for me, that is some type of stimuli. And this morning it was worship music. It really was. It was worship music. And so I wanted to share that with you all because I don't know if you are, or if you are or have experienced first thing in the morning you are putting something into your mind, into your spirit that make you feel a ways. You know what I mean? Because the news is just, yeah. Outside of the weather, I really don't have any use for it. I know it's sad to say, but that's how I feel. Because, yeah, cat raggedy. But yeah, so I have enough stuff to be depressed about. I don't have to look for anything else to add fuel to the fire. But anyhow, I just wanted to just run that by y'all to share that with you all. I'm not gonna sit up here and carry on and ramble or whatever, but just be mindful of your first fruit of the day. Make sure you're giving yourself something that is going to be nourishing to your mind and your spirit so that it can lay the foundation for the rest of your day. So yeah, that's all I wanted to share, and I hope that this helps somebody. I'll see you guys in the next one. All right.